Okay, and we're live. This is the OSRA Scrum for Tuesday, April 7th, 2015. Here we have Christian, Gabrielle, and myself. Gabrielle, let's start with you.
Well, I just merged the suggestions or the change Christian did. Um, right now I am running the tests to see everything's run good. Um, and as we just talked, we add the missing fields in the controller. And I think if you have other suggestions or other changes, it would be nice to be in production environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as far as I remember, when I looked at it, I thought that the comments that Christian had left were the only ones that applied. I think everything was taken care of, just the discrepancies between the active admin and the HQ view. So yeah, just as soon as they are those missing fields are put back in, then I think it looked ready to me.
I didn't check so I looked over everything except the specs for the views. So I will have to look over those after all the fields are
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I usually go over everything at least one last time before merging. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good, Gabrielle. Christian, what about you?
Well, all that I did is this code review for Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
All right.
Not sure what to take next.
Yeah, maybe we should kind of strategize a little bit better and think about how to proceed to make sure that. Actually, so yeah, let me wrap up the Scrum portion by saying, so we had the client meeting on Sunday night. Other than me, there was also Christian and Brian were there. We talked. The client didn't really have that much to tell us, so we discussed that idea of stopping to work on new features for some time and focusing so that we can focus on a transition to Rails. And the client was okay with that. We told them tentatively a month and a half, right, Christian?
Yeah.
That we would be unavailable to work on new features, but we stressed that we would be still around to do any kind of support or bug fixes or things like that. So we wouldn't disappear completely. And yeah, they seem to be okay with that. The only other thing, so the only thing that they requested that we implement before we kind of disappear for a while was the task that is assigned to you, Gabrielle, right now. It's OSRA 387. It's the ability to choose more than one orphan when they're creating a sponsorship.
Okay.
So I left a note on it in Jira. I described the workflow that we discussed with the client and the one that they agreed on, so the description is in there. When you start working on it, if you have any questions, then I should be able to answer them all. And basically, once that's delivered to the client, then we can shift our focus completely to finishing Rails.
Well, yeah, if it's high priority, I would like to maybe do some pair programming or something that with you guys and try to, if we have all of the time, figure it out together, or I could make a first intent to do it, and then you could review. But I think it would take more time. I don't know if they need to be done very fast or quick. I don't know.
Well, it's basically for us. The faster we do it, the faster we can switch our focus to Rails. It doesn't sound like the client needs it immediately. It's just one feature that they would like to see before we take that break.
Okay.
Pair programming is fantastic. you know, when you're starting to code, if I am on Slack or Christian is on Slack, just shoot a message in the channel. If anybody's available, then I'll be happy to join you for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But if not, yeah, we just do the traditional workflow of PR and code review.
Yeah, sure. After I finish with my current tasks, I will start with the next one.
Okay, excellent.
One more thing, Gabriel. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know this, but Nick suggested that this one will be done like you click the sponsor, and then it jumps to the same page, so you can pick another orphan.
Yeah, so that's in the description. If you go to Jira, Gabriel, and you look at the description for that task, I tried to describe it as carefully as I could or as clearly as I could.
Yeah.
And yeah, like as I said, if something isn't clear, then ask me, and I should be able to explain what I meant there.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Christian, I'm just looking at the Jira board, and I realized that there is, I think I left a comment, if I remember correctly, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere.
It's OSRA 391 about migrating sponsorships from AA to HQ.
Yeah, I think that I was trying to remember if is anything else, and if you see, I also added OSRA 403.
403, where's that?
At the bottom.
Add view all sponsored and unsponsored filters to Orphans HQ, right.
So the orphan index page has a filter to select all or only sponsored orphan or unsponsored.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So is this part from the sponsorships or part from the orphan?
No, I think we should keep it separate. I think sponsorship really concerns the sponsorship controller and the few relevant views that we have. And this is something else. This belongs, I think, more in the filters category. So once we start thinking about the filters and how to implement them, then this will be just another one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can't think of anything now.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if neither you nor I can think of anything, then well, we'll see each other again on Thursday. So let's say at that point, if we haven't thought of anything, we'll mark. Yeah, we'll mark it as closed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Anything else for the Scrum portion?
No, all good.
No for me.
All right. Oh yeah, sorry. There is the other thing that came up during the client meeting, and I still haven't really done anything about it. The client says that on the staging server, the uploads of orphan spreadsheets aren't working, and the error logs show that there is some kind of a problem with a paperclip gem trying to reach Amazon, which we use for storage. And I asked Modusum to take a look at the S3 bucket that we're using on Amazon, and he says that everything looks fine on that end. So I still need to track down why this problem is happening. I mean, all of our tests are green, so it seems that locally and basically when the semaphore runs all the tests, everything is working.
But semaphore is not touching Amazon, right?
I was trying to think about that, because during the integration tests, you're really just driving the browser essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhere, either it intercepts that so that it doesn't actually make a call to Amazon, or it does. I really don't know.
Well, disconnect your internet, run the test, and see if it fails.
Right. Yeah. But I don't think it should, because semaphore shouldn't have access to those environment variables that encode the API key.
Well, yeah, but don't you have to do that manually to just use Faker, I think, to mock the internet?
Fake or no fake web, yes.
Fake web, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe under the hood paperclip is intelligent enough to do that kind of stuff in the testing environment.
Maybe.
So yeah, that would be an interesting thing to look into. I haven't tried uploading any spreadsheets either locally or on the testing server in quite a long time. So it's possible that this isn't just a problem on staging, but it's the problem that goes all the way back down to our development environment. Maybe when those gems got updated, something broke in the process. So yeah, I'll keep looking into it, and that is definitely a priority to figure that out, because otherwise the client can't review any features. And we definitely don't want to propagate that error to production. So for now, yeah, we kind of freeze everything and try to figure it out quickly. Okay, yeah, so I think that's it for me, and sounds like that's it for the Scrum.
Yeah.
Anything else, guys?
Well, I'm thinking of taking the 372
372.
with the test errors for the O'Connor and stuff.
Right, that CGI escape
Yeah.
business, yeah. Yeah, that's a useful thing to get rid of those failures that we constantly have to restart semaphore for.
So I'll move everything to Capybara.
Yeah, I think so. Craig's argument at the time was that he thought that Minitest gave him cleaner syntax, but from my comparison, I think Capybara actually does it cleaner, and it doesn't have any problems with apostrophes.
But I remember that when Craig did that, and I also used Minitest for the sponsor index views, and all the tests were fine. Suddenly, I think after we updated Rails or something, it started to fail.
I had seen failures before, and I mean, if it's something to do with the apostrophe, then maybe it's the Rails update that also updated Minitest, and for some reason that thing isn't working anymore. Okay, but yeah, I'm in favor of keeping the same framework anyway. So if we're using RSpec and Capybara everywhere, I don't see any strong reason to switch to Minitest assertions in some tests, unless there is a really good reason for it.
Should I wait for this until Gabriel's branch is merged, because there is a lot of Minitest to be
right? Yeah. Obviously you can start working on it right now, but yeah, we'll probably merge his first, and then you can clean up or rewrite all the assertions that he puts in place, and then then we'll merge yours. Okay, guys, so we have something to do until the next Scrum, it sounds like. So if there's nothing else, then take care.
Take care.
All right. See you on Thursday. Bye.
Bye.